Charles Smiley Presents brings you an all-vintage electric railway feature on the ever-popular Muni system. We bring views reaching back to the post-World War II era and up to the introduction of the Boeing-Vertol units. You could once take the old D line to the Presidio. The Muni has always used letters to designate their streetcar lines and numbers for their various bus lines. Run by the old Coca-Cola plant on the defunct H line and ride down a very vintage-looking Market Street and take in the sights, such as the long-gone Fox Theater. See many of the old streetcar lines and those wonderful green Iron Monster streetcars that were replaced by other types of service, such as electric and motor coach buses. See the old original F line that once extended all the way to the Southern Pacific's 3rd and Townsend Street train station to catch a steam-powered commute train long before the modern Caltrain took over. And who doesn't miss taking the streetcar down to the cool air at the old Playland at the Beach amusement park? Peel back the decades to the time of the Iron Monsters. We feature many classes and different models of the old PCC cars running over all the lines, and many of the old terminals that have since been removed. We have special maps created just for your screen to bring clarity to the many changes that the Muni system saw over the years. You might have wondered what happened to the Transbay Transit Terminal and what it looked like in its heyday. We have many scenes there, including the Transbay electric trains that cross the bay on the bridge's lower deck to meet the Muni system at the street level. These two services complemented each other well until 1958. On into the 1970s, and the Muni was the sole remaining streetcar service in the entire western U.S. This isn't some video shot on contemporary events. This is a recording of things that you can no longer see that were shot on color movie film by a number of rail historians over an extended period of time. Ride through the Twin Peaks Tunnel in a PCC car out to the West Portal when everything there had a different look that has since been transformed. Recall how the double-ended iron monsters were replaced by PCC cars that needed turning on a Y, such as at Broad and Plymouth. Take a number of old streetcars and PCC cars around the Phelan Loop when it was the end of the K-Line service at the City College. But soon the BART system would link the Eastbay with San Francisco once again. We bring back those years of construction on Market Street and other places, and the Muni's efforts to improve their service by replacing the aging PCC cars. And don't miss the famous cable cars in the 1950s to 1970s, including some routes that are now gone from the scene. The old automobiles and the way people dressed in those days is a study in its own right. There was a movement to end the cable cars that fortunately did not come to pass. But the greatly needed rebuilding of the cable car system caused its intervening shutdown. That helped promote the return of streetcars to Market Street and the first trolley festival. This idea helped maintain something interesting for tourists to ride during the cable car rebuilding years. And the festival took off with a life of its own. The idea exceeded everyone's expectations. The Peter Witt cars brought in from Italy were an instant hit in San Francisco, and we also have these cars running in Milan, Italy. San Francisco has always had an international flair to it, and these Italian cars really add something to that. See the PCC cars bought from Toronto, Canada. And also the Muni's 1976 bicentennial painted PCC. We also bring many various PCCs from around the country that factored into Muni's history. The Muni began painting PCC cars to represent many other streetcar systems that have fallen to the scrapper's torch. The Muni has honored the old LA Railway as well as the St. Louis line and the Chicago system, to mention a few that we bring to your screen. Don't miss the history and beauty of this enduring San Francisco transportation system, and bring it home to your screen on DVD.